Hi, this is Mary at Mini Album Scraps, and I'm going to go over some of the new requirements for 2013 in the charm swap. I want to show you this particular charm that was made by Christina, and I know that when we all saw this, she did a video, we all just fell in love with it. And I'm using it for an example because look at the presentation and all the detail. I mean, I know that, you know, some of us aren't capable, probably including me, of making something this pretty, but this is what I think that we should strive for and work towards over the year, is making presentations that look like this. And look at her charm. See how full and chunky it is? I mean, there's no doubt that everybody wanted a charm like this. And or at least I think so. I kept it because I wanted to use it as an example. I was in that swap, so I just wanted to show some things that she used that count as an item. The new swap has a minimum of 10 items on it because we want to make chunky charms. We don't want skinny little charms that, you know, don't have a lot on them. So she used a Tim Holtz clasp, and so this would count as one. She has this really pretty bow. She has this type of charm. That would be 2. Now she's made a charm out of a head pin. So our requirements are a minimum of 3 beads to be 1 item. So this would be, what am I at, 4? I mean, she has so many on here. This, of course, would be 5. One of these Tim Holtz would be 6. She used a Tim Holtz faucet. That's how you say it. That would be another item. But I also wanted to show you what she did here that was really clever. Since this was a Christmas swap, sometimes it's hard maybe to find an item that goes with the theme. So some things that you could do if you didn't have all the items but you still want to make a full charm was she took a piece of designer paper, and I'm guessing that's maybe 1 by 1.5. I'm not sure, I'm just guessing. But she distressed it and she inked the back, and then she put a glaze on it, and then she punched a hole. So that would be 1 item. And you know, that's not expensive, or you know, anybody can do that. And I think it looks great on this. And then she'd used a candy cane here, but you know, her charm is really full. It's just full. So I think that this is more or less what we should all strive for. Now I looked at hers very carefully, and these are my winter charms, and they still don't look anything like that. But actually I have to recount to make sure that I have 10 items, since I'm the one that made the rules. 10 items plus, well, it's 10 items, and then out of those 10, a minimum of 3 that represent the theme. So with the winter ones, I have to have 3 that represent the winter theme, and a minimum of 10 altogether. Remember, that's a minimum. You know, you want your charm to be full, and it doesn't take much to make another little head pin to add some charms to it. So let's see what I did here. This would be 1. I had 3 beads up here, if you could see them, those 3 beads there, on a ring. That would be 2. I have a pine cone, would be 3. I filled one of those little bottles. I bought these on eBay. What did I say? Is that 4? A coffee cup would be 5. A bell, which is on one of the trinket pins, and I put a bow on here also. I think that would be 6. A key is 7. A clock is 8. A teapot is 9. A snowflake is 10. And then I used one of these numerals from Tim Holtz. That would be, I think, 11, and then I added a coffee spoon, so that would be 12. So Mine still doesn't look really full, but I know that there's at least 12 items on mine. I'm just giving you an example. Other things that, here's another one of mine. You can also use the Tim Holtz film ribbon. I used that and poked a hole, so that would be one. And then you can always use a bottle cap and punch a 1-inch circle in the middle. That's just music. I thought it looked kind of wintry. Another idea I got from looking at Chris Lloyd's is she had a little crocheted flower, and she put a button in the middle. So I used one of those. So there's lots of ideas out there that you don't necessarily just have to go buy, you know, these types of charms. Okay, I wanted to go over real quickly. Here's just some of my charms. I usually get them on eBay, and I get them really cheap. You know, here's a head pin that I made. So I can hang something from it here. Okay, here's the little bottle, and then you just take one of those little called screw caps, well, which I have right here, that look like this. And then you can just screw it into the cork. I get it in the middle. So that's how you would do that to make that a charm. Okay, and here's a stick pin. I bought a lot of my stick pins off eBay because you get like 2,000 for, I don't know, a couple dollars. But if you buy them at Michael's, you can buy 150. This is really about the right size, and these are 3/4 of an inch. So if I was going to make a stick pin, I'm just going to grab some beads here. I would go 1, 2, 3. That would be one charm. I want to make it into, I'd use my clippers here. To make a loop on the top. Whoops. I'm not going to start this over, so bear with me. Trying to hold it here with my feet. So there's that, and I'm going to take this and just bend it over. And so now it has the hook. So now I can put one of these split rings through it. When you open a split ring, you bend it sideways. Hold on just a second, let me find where the split is. It's right there. You bend them this way. You don't pull them out. And then you just bend them back. So now that's ready to be hung on to the charm, and that counts as one item. You could make little ones also. If my head pin, no, I had one here. Well, this one. See, this head pin has, no, that's not it. Hold on. I had these laid out before I started so that I would have everything out. But some of the head pins at the bottom, instead of having this flat part here where you put the beads up against it, they have a loop. So from that loop you can hang something else. So that just a brief of how you put a head pin on, make one. So 3 of those. Here's like one of those crocheted flowers. So you could put for a flat back pearl, something like that. I've also saw, there's so many different things you can do. I think it was Chris Lloyd that used some of these little wooden like spool tops. And I think she put a piece of paper over the back, and then she put one of the head pins down there and used that as a charm, and it was really cute. So some other ideas, I'm just trying to think of ways, you know, we can make thick chunky charms that haven't spent a lot of money. Is I bought this on eBay for I think $1, and it you know, they got all the work of putting it together. But look, I mean, you got chain, and you have all these pearls, these pretty dangles too, the charms. I'm going to take it apart, but if you go to your thrift shop or whatever and start collecting some jewelry, you can take apart. And like I said, this came off eBay for, I think it was $1.19. There's lots of things you can do. And then of course there's the bottle caps. Here's the bottle cap with the 1-inch piece of paper in the middle. And I just put a hole in the top with like an ice pick, and then I put that ring through it to hang. And here's the faucet, the clear faucet, that if you put a piece of designer paper behind it, you can use that as a charm. Okay, well that's the end of my video. I just wanted to give you an idea of what, oh, here's another one. I put 2 flowers together, put a bead in the middle, put a ring through it, and that would be one item. So this is my video, kind of like what I hope that we all achieve, try to work for and try to achieve during 2013. I hope you'll sign up for the charm swap, chunky charm swap. Thank you, and look forward to seeing you in January.